Hey, this is Mason. I'm sitting here with Will Hughes, who is one of our key partners in the Cubs program in the Rainier Valley with Dads and Young Life. He's also a network administrator for Costco, doing great stuff with them on the interweb. And we're talking about longevity in ministry and how to survive and thrive in our ministry. And Will's a guy that does ministry in a very challenging place, Southlake High School. So what have you learned about thriving in the Rainier Valley and at Southlake in the ministry?
I think first of all is just having humility to begin with, and really listening to the teacher's needs, and just kind of being available more than having an agenda, because it morphs and changes so quickly, especially in an alternative school where you get kids coming and going constantly. But really consistency and just showing up and not really having an agenda, I think, is probably our key. And being willing to morph with the schools, changing policies, and because sometimes they have to recreate or invent new rules as they go because things change with kids and circumstances, and so it's interesting.
Which it's funny because a lot of these teachers are new, or they come and go, and they aren't, and some of them aren't from the city, and so you could sit there and go, you know, I know what's going on here. But if you go in with humility, it gives you the opportunity to go, I'm falling under your authority. I'm going to be humble in this, and yet also be able to lead, and earn the right with them to lead well.
And I think too, the teachers, especially at Southlake, that don't come from that area, there's a translation gap between the kids and what their area is. Just kind of stepping back and letting them lead is probably our best policy where the Cubs are concerned. We don't want to go in and shake the tree and say it should be this way or that way, because we really don't know. And a lot of those teachers and the principals, they've been doing it for years, and so they kind of know. And so we just kind of go with their flow and go down the river instead of against it. Understanding just some of the times when those kids aren't really trying to be disrespectful, they just speak a different language. We could kind of be there to buffer that translation and help them understand it's okay to use a little bit of their stuff because they feel closer to you when you do. And so just building relationship, I think, is...
Well, thank you. And thanks for what you're doing in the Rainier Valley. If you're not familiar with Young Life and our work in the Rainier Valley, it's a partnership between Dads and Young Life, and it's a group of guys we call Cubs, which are Connie's urban brothers. And they basically just love kids at Southlake High School, which is the alternative high school in Seattle. So thanks for sharing.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Helping us learn how to thrive in ministry.